Have you ever wanted a safe and loving place to come to spark that good feeling in yourself? Well, you've arrived. Welcome to the Om Show with Tanya Butson. In this space, Tanya encourages you to view yourself through love. This new energy allows you to become brave, to take the first step towards healing and thriving. Get ready to step into a level of self-worth never before experienced. With Tanya, a leader in the field of human potential, you will shift from longing to creating to discover that there is something better, and you will never ever have to settle for being in a state of perpetual darkness again. The Om Show with Tanya starts now. Hello, everyone. I'm Tanya Butson, and you are listening to the Om Show on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay with us for the next hour. Each Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we will have some of the most interesting stories, tips, and guests helping you to be all that you are. Today, I have the immense pleasure of interviewing a very special guest, a fellow therapeutic touch practitioner and Reiki master, Sacha Thoman. Sasha is here with us today, and we will have an electrifying conversation about why humans are all energy and why energy medicine ought to be a part of your monthly healthcare regimen. I am very pleased today to be joined by the lovely Sacha Thoman. Sasha is an advanced biofield tuning practitioner in Whitby, Ontario, Canada. Sasha has worked in the field of health and healing for the last 30 years. I welcome you to the Om Show, Sasha. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Tanya. It's wonderful to be here and see your smiling face and be able to chat with you. I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, I can't wait to delve into what you do for a living and how you're helping people. I want you first, though, to please do a really formal introduction of who you are, what your history is. Give us a little personal stuff, too, as to I know anybody that's in this kind of field has a personal story as to what led them here. So if you don't mind, sharing a little bit of that information and how that led you into the natural healthcare realm, that would be amazing.
Okay. Yeah, I think everybody does in the healing field. We all are searching. We end up doing what I think we need ourselves, right? So we're looking for something that's going to help us or that's going to solve issues that we're having. And certainly, I think going through difficult events, right? We turn to different forms of healing to help us. So I did have a traumatic event in my 20s. I had a couple of them. One of them was actually that really led me into more spiritual healing was the death of my younger brother. And right, just to heal myself. And even at that time, I had already been interested in Reiki and was reading a lot of, I believe it was Diane Stein had a lot of all of those books out there. I was doing women's studies at university and really into that world of alternative health and healing and exploring that. So I think when this happened, it pushed me a little bit more right into healing, right? Healing just that, right? Because you go through all of those emotions, right? Like about death and like, why are we here? Why do these things happen to us, right? And so I think that really pushed me into a real spiritual depth of like search, right? To heal my own pain. And then just to go further with it. So that's really the beginning of, I would say that would be the beginning of, I think, my Reiki journey and my journey with being interested in crystals and then getting into, all of that whole world. So, yeah.
Yeah, it usually is led from a space of either trauma or, social isolation. You're kind of that black sheep of the family that leads us into seeking out the spirituality aspect of things. So from that, you went into a lot of education points to help you steer your life towards spirituality, and you've eventually built a business. So please do tell us what's your business name, where are you located, are you doing things remotely so our international folk can reach out to you, and tell us just a tidbit about your services. And
Absolutely. I'm so excited to share this. So I did Reiki for many years. And then I got very interested in sound healing, right? There's all the crystal bowls out there. They're beautiful. We can feel how those vibrations really move through our body and heal us. And I was just really loving that. And then I came across tuning forks. So actually, I work as a Pilates instructor as well, just kind of all I see Pilates as aligning the physical body, and then all of the spiritual work as a kind of aligning all of the spiritual body. But yeah, I came across some tuning forks, and what I really liked is that you can use them they're on the body and off the body, and they combine everything that the singing crystal bowls do as well, except for they're not quite as big and they're not hard to carry around. So I have one of them right here, right? So you can see this one is a weighted tuning fork, and if you bump it, you can put it on your chest and you can feel the vibration. Each of the forks carry a certain hertz, so a vibrational frequency. And yeah, these can be used on and around the body. So I discovered them, but I didn't really know what to do with them. And I was playing around with them, and then I found Biofield Tuning. So I became a certified Biofield practitioner, Biofield Tuning practitioner, and we work with metal tuning forks and help tune the body. So I would say thinking of our body like an electrical system, like the electrical box in your house, right? Sometimes it shorts out. So we have all this energy running through us, all of our currents and our chakra system. And sometimes those get a little bit gummed up, or wires get loose, or stuff gets overheated. And the tuning forks really can go into the areas specifically and just really, I would say it's like rewiring your electrical system of your body, of your energy system. And then of the energy system that's in our body, also everything that's around us, right? So, and we all have an aura or a magnetic field, so that's around us as well. So, yeah.
what's the name of your business?
So the name of my business is Tune Into Flow. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I do. It's called Biofield Tuning, and I do. The name of my business is Tune Into Flow. So really, just with the idea that, yeah, we're trying to just tune into the flow of the current that's moving through our body, and just make that a really clear and beautiful channel of light, making it easy and starting to clear out all of the stuff that's either holding us back or shorting us out. So yeah, that kind of thing.
Amazing. I love the name, especially with the fact that you're using the tuning forks, but also Biofield Tuning. It all flows with your name, Tune Into Flow. Now, how do listeners reach out to you? Do you have social media? Do you have a website? Do you have email, phone numbers? How do you like to be best reached?
Well, I do. I am on Instagram, and I do have a website. So my Instagram is Sasha, which is, should I spell it out or what?
Yeah.
So it's Sasha, which is my name with a C. So it's SACHA dot tune into flow. And actually, I think it looks pretty similar. So I have this picture, I think, up on my page. So it's Sasha dot tune into flow, and my website is just www.tuneintoflow.ca, because I am in Canada. I'm in Whitby, Canada. And so I do a lot of work over Zoom. So, because the sound carries and the work really carries, we know that about distance healing. And especially when we're working with sound and vibration, we can really think about it as, hearing a song. So when you hear a song, it doesn't matter if it's live or if it's recorded or if you're watching your band, your favorite band, or your kids play music live over Zoom, you're still going to get all of that feeling, right? All of that emotion. You're going to pick up all of that charge and vibration and electrical energy. So Zoom works really, really well, as well as I do work in person as well. So
That's a really good point that you make, that we all have listened to some kind of music over the radio, and that is all waves and frequencies. So your work, I know a lot of people can't wrap their head around distance Reiki and how we can send Reiki from here to Japan and they receive it, feel it, and heal from it. But with the tuning forks, because we're so accustomed to listening to music or even podcasts through the frequency of radio waves, this is a little bit more understandable, maybe a little more tangible for people to really grasp and want to actually reach out and receive the services, because they can relate to how to receive it. Because whether it's a sad song or an upbeat song, we feel the emotion from the music that comes through to us through that. So your ability to serve people around the world through Zoom with your tuning forks is exceptionally available to everyone. So, don't be afraid to reach out to Sasha. And the flow is FLOW. Probably most people figured that, but with the way we shorten things nowadays, just want to make sure they don't do FLO. There is a W on the end of flow. So amazing. We're going to have to go to break shortly, but really quickly, tell me, what are your main services that you do offer with Tune into Flow?
the main service that I offer is the Biofield tuning. And so that is working with the tuning forks. And generally, I suggest starting with 3 tunings a few weeks apart, right? So that's one, it's like we want to think of it like getting a massage, right? So you can go once and you will feel a bit better, but we want to think like the massage person is massaging the knots out of your body. And the tuning forks, with their electrical charge and energy, they're moving through your body and they're finding knots of I would say like incoherence or distortion, or places where you have emotional upset that's stuck, right? We stick all of our stressful emotions, either we hold them out in our field or we put them into our body. And the tuning fork comes and starts to untangle that and move that. So just like thinking of yourself as the electrical box, and kind of getting all the wires in the right place so that the energy can move through you, so that your energy can be more healthy and vibrant and move more clearly. And you can move out these emotional upsets and move on from them. So it works really astoundingly well. It's a wonderful it's a wonderful modality.
Amazing, amazing. I can feel your passion starting to rev up as you speak about it. So I look forward to hearing more. We got to take a break. So you are listening to the Show with Tanya Butson. We are going to take that quick break. And when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Sasha and learn more of what she does. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Show with Tanya Butson. Before we continue, I want to make sure everyone knows how to contact me. You can reach me on my website, organicallymeta.ca, or email me at organicallymeta at outlook.com. I have amazing services such as Heal Your Life coaching, coaching based on the philosophies of Louise Hay, Reiki in person and long distance, intuitive readings and meditation. These services get clients results. Message me for your appointment and let's get working together to create your best life. We've been talking in the last segment to Sacha Thoman and finding out more about her business, Tune Into Flow. Tell us again how we can contact you, Sasha, so that all our listeners are able to reach out and receive these amazing services.
The best way to find me is on Instagram at Sasha, Sacha tune into flow, which is FLOW. And then you can just, on my website is the same thing. It's www.tuneintoflow.ca. So just make sure you've got the CA. So yeah, those two are probably the best ways to reach me. Yeah, thanks so much, Tanya.
Perfect. All right. Now, let's jump into the fact that you're a biofield tuning practitioner. Now, I have an idea of what you do. I've been immersed into this stuff for at least 30 years. A lot of people are just coming into alternative medicine and energy healing. We need to make this super basic for people to understand so that they feel comfortable in going, hey, I want to try that. This sounds like that could really help me. So let's just start. What's the biofield?
Okay. Well, the biofield is really what people would call our aura, and it's a magnetic field that surrounds our body. So it's the idea behind biofield tuning is that we're basically all electrical beings. So we think of, if you have a heart attack, you use electricity to bring your heart back to life. I think even for kidney stones, they use sound to break sound vibration to tune them, not to tune them. We could probably tune them up too, to break them up, right? We know that our bones and our blood is actually electric. So it's the idea that we're electrical beings, and anything that's electrical has a magnetic field around us. So when we're using tuning forks, we're tuning our bodies, but we're also tuning the energy field that is around us. Yeah. And
Go ahead.
okay, and then by tuning, you'd think, well, why would I want to get a tuning? What's that going to do for me? How is that going to tune me up? So, what the idea is really that most of our distress and disease and all that comes from emotions, right? So we go through these emotions and we go through cyclical emotions all the time. We have kind of our monkey mind running, or we have, events that are disturbing or upsetting, and we tend to hold on to them and we tend not to let them go, right? And they get stuck in our body and stuck in our energy field. And so the tuning forks will come in with the sound and vibration, and they will start to find any of these areas in your body or in your field that are kind of tangled up, right? So the sound of the tuning fork will literally find this place of dissonance, right? Where there's chaotic, right? Because you're holding a bunch of chaotic feelings in your body or in your field, and it will start to untangle them. So in fact, the tuning fork will override those emotions and replace them, start to sort of untangle it and replace it with a much more coherent, calm, harmonious vibration. All of our bodies know the set point of where we feel where we feel good, where we feel comfortable, where we are feeling happy and free. Our bodies want to be at that place. And the tuning forks bring in those vibrations and they override the incoherence and dissonance and stress. So one of the biggest things that I could say that people can expect from a tuning is really a big reduction in stress. So it starts to just really soothe your nervous system as the sounds of the forks come in and override the tension and stress in your field. And these can be emotions that you're going through right now, stuff you can be going through right now, or it can be, in fact, right out the whole kind of field, your magnetic field holds everything that you've been through in your entire life. So, you know, when you fell off your bike and you were 5 and somebody yelled at you or pushed you to something they haven't, we're still holding on to that trauma in our field. And the fork will find that. The vibration of sound and fork will find that. And it's a little bit like soul retrieval. It's like finding that energy and then untangling it, bringing it back to harmony, kind of like comforting the inner child, bringing it and then bringing that energy that's been lost out there in the field, bring that back into your central channel, back to you in a much more in a healed way, so that it's healed, right? So yeah.
And you know, you did mention the word vibration, and the reason that this is so effective, again, you know, very easy to understand terms, is that the stress that we have in our lives is considered very low vibrational energy. And when you're bringing in the higher frequencies, now I caught you hearing you say hertz. Of course, I understand what that is. So there, each tuning fork, and we're going to get into that later in the show, but that each tuning fork has a hertz frequency, which is higher than the stressors that cause us the trauma and pain in our life. So this is why it is has such a penetration in our energy field, because it is of a higher frequency of healing. It's a higher vibration overall. So it has to null out the negative. And this is why it's hard for some people to comprehend this, but there is science behind it. But it really works. You have to try these modalities to see for yourself how they work. So I know you've got some good testimonials. Can you share a couple of them with us, please, on how people, maybe in person and, you know, across the world, have used your services and have reaped benefits quickly from the tunings?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the furthest away person I tuned was somebody in India, and we actually had to do it over Instagram because we couldn't get the Zoom to work for some reason. It wouldn't connect. But that worked out really well, and she really could feel the vibration. Like sometimes people feel tingliness of the fork starting to move energy, so she could really feel the energy starting to move through her body. And yeah, and really felt like a profound shift, a profound change into just feeling better and like allowing stuff that was really troubling on her mind to be able to settle, and for her body to feel much more relaxed as well. So yeah, that was the furthest away person I have tuned.
That is so cool. Now, did she feel that on the first session, and has she come back for more? Like, can people feel benefit from the first session? And I know you already recommended to start with 3 to 5 is typically what you would suggest. Did she feel this on the first session, I guess, is my question.
Yeah. So some people are, so some people are very sensitive, right? So she was some people feel a lot on the first session. Generally people feel things on the first session, but because it's a little bit out of the ordinary, it takes you a day or two. So the effects from being tuned take place really from that day for the next 3 days. Your body is really sort of like rearranging itself. We've moved a lot of vibration, a lot of things around in your system. So often what people find is they might even feel a little bit spaced out, like relaxed and spaced out after their first tuning, but then I will usually talk to them like, I'm finding this is at age, whatever I'm feeling, stress or anxiety, or right, we'll find things in the field, and then they'll go home, and over the next few days as it integrates, there'll be, oh my gosh, wow, that was the time when this happened. And then very subtly, things start to shift, like things that you start to shift and change. So yeah, it is really interesting. There have been, I worked with people on the body as well, with forks on the body for pain, like knee pain. It is absolutely proven that putting a, what is it called? Just by putting an extra stimulus on tissue that has been hurt, it will help it. So it will help it to heal faster. So I've had good results with that as well, for people having forks on the body with injuries or inflamed tissue, that kind of thing. So yeah.
That is so amazing and not surprising to me at all. Energy medicine is the way of medicine for the future. And once everybody catches on to how phenomenally well it works and how good it feels, it like never has side effects. It's just going to blow up, and you and I are going to be super busy. So I am so happy that you have had the opportunity to give that so far away and have such positive effects on that. Now hold that thought. I have to take a break. I'd like to make sure we have plenty of time to continue the topic. It's so interesting to me. I'm Tanya Butson, and you are listening to The Show. Let's take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We're back on the Show with Tanya Butson. We've been talking to Sacha Thoman from Tune Into Flow about her business and what she offers to clients. And it's super fascinating. It is something that is for everyone, has beautiful benefits. Definitely check out her website, tuneintoflow.ca, and find out more and reach out to her if you have any questions. Now I want to hop into the whole premise of what you do and your tool that you use, and they are called tuning forks. I am familiar with them. A lot of people aren't. So what the heck is a tuning fork, Sasha?
Well, I'm going to show you guys a couple of the tuning forks here that are right beside me. So, right, these are tuning forks, and you can see these ones have barrels on the end. And with these ones, they make a vibration that you can hear, or animals can hear, only if you're up close, but they vibrate in the field. And these two together, for instance, together they bring the resonance of the Schumann resonance, right? So that's the frequency of the earth. So these are really great to use when you need to calm down. You can hold them both by the side of your ears and breathe, and just bringing in this frequency of the earth, this grounding frequency of the earth. Your body really recognizes it. It recognizes its electrical sort of pulse is the way our bodies are pulsing as well. So it just immediately calms everything down and starts to allow your energy to be comforted and flow more freely throughout your body. So these ones that have, these can be used around your body, but they can also be used on your body. So these are the ones that I would use, right? If there are a few tunings where the forks are on the body a lot, and then there's a lot of tunings where the fork is actually around the body. So for using the forks around the body, we more use the unweighted fork, and this is a 528. We actually hit it on a hockey puck. It's a Canadian hockey puck, actually. And right, so this one you can hear a little bit through there. And this one would be used in the field to comb the field. So, and that means that out in your auric field, I'll be walking in your field, and the tuning fork will hit something that sounds dissonant, right? That I can hear it, and I can hear the vibration, and it means that there's a little something in your field there, a knot of energy or upset that wants to be untangled. So we just stay in your field with it, and then as it starts to let go, we just move through it. And we're always combing towards the body to bring that energy back into your, what you would call your central channel, or the energy that flows, or your chakra, right? So back into your central channel or to whatever chakra. So really, one of the first tunings, one of the standard tunings I would always do with someone is like a central channel activation and a chakra tuning, right? So that is yeah, so that's one of them. And then but there are a whole variety of different tunings, but you always want to come back to that standard tuning, which is really the opening up of the current of energy that moves from the bottom of our feet up through our central channel, lighting up our chakras out the top of our head, right, and back around. And then we do another activation where we're activating the energy to come down and around. And one thing that we're really focusing on this, we're going to talk about all the EMF and all of that stuff, is a lot of the time in this energy field surrounding our body, it's filled with a whole bunch of fuzzy stuff, whether that's noise from, your boss at work, from what you heard on the radio, from all the fear stuff out in the world on the media. It could be, voices of your parents or your sisters, right? So what the tuning forks do is really start to clear all of that fuzziness out of your field. And just so that the energy that's running through your body you become like a really clear and perfect channel of just running your energy, upping your voltage, and then around your body, filling that space up, which is your field, that's your magnetic field, filling that with your energy and really strengthening that up and getting it like really juicy and good and yeah, juicy and good and happy feeling, right? So that's what we want, like a really nice high vibe, high voltage feeling of energy. So
Yeah, I love how you can hear your passion. You can hear that this works. You've seen it work. You believe that it works. Your intention is that it works. And when you describe it like high voltage, I don't think I've ever really thought about us being high voltage, but that's completely what the high vibrational field is, and raising our frequency into becoming ourselves into that 4D, 5D dimension, out of the matrix of the 3D, and raising that and being able to, block those EMFs that you're talking. They can't, the higher frequency that we go, that emission cannot reach us.
We
It's
can be
blocked.
higher. Like, the human body is amazing, and we as humans are amazing, and we can up our own frequency and our own voltage enough. We're very, very powerful, right? And I think this tuning into the fact that we're electrical, and we have electrical currents running through us, that if we can really get them running really clearly, we start to tap into our power, just like what you were saying. And it's the stuff that's scary is like the EMFs and all that, is that we're stronger than that, right? So,
Yeah.
right. So, but it's just enough. You have to have enough voltage. You have to be strong enough, have enough power, which is your power, which is our birthright. Like, our birthright is this energy
100%.
on earth, the right running through us, heaven and earth running through us as a current. Like, we're always connected to this. And we've been, this is just, we've been told we're not, but this is our birthright, to have this electrical, powerful energy running through us as a current for us to use for our health and healing.
We're letting the secrets out today on the show. It is so true. The power that we have within ourselves, but we are powerful. But as you said, we have been taught that we have no power, and that we are succumbed to the programming that we have had since birth. And that is why people need to reach out to people like you and I, who have the ability to help them raise their own voltage, frequency, vibration, so that they too can protect themselves from the negative energies that are just
Yeah.
plastering themselves onto our biofield, and it's just like trying to protect ourselves all the time.
You're right. And it's like we're trying to break up the programming. So when the tuning forks
Mhm.
go in and they hit dissonance, like a lot of time it's programming of like, oh, I shouldn't have felt like that, or I feel guilty, or I feel, right? It's like these
Shame.
viruses of programming viruses that have been put into us that haven't, right? So I really do believe in like you have to feel it to heal it and all of that and go. We want to be powerful in our full humanness of our all of our emotions, right? To feel them that they're part of us. But now I got off track.
No, you're right on track. You're completely on track. It's all about
Yeah,
uh,
it's yes, moving that stuck those mind viruses say, "Oh, no, you're not good enough. No, you can't do that." No, right? We all it's just like, no, we need to just break this up.
yeah,
And tuners
100%.
do that's what they really assist. They go in and they find kind of these old emotions, old stuck programs, and start to get them out of our circuit so we can start to run like a clearer, higher energy through ourselves and our field.
100%. And my first tuning fork was the 528 hertz. And I started to just organically, Spirit told me to start using them in my Reiki sessions. And now I use, because I see how powerful the 528 is, I use that for people who are really, really sick. And I cannot believe the healing that happens when using that fork. The rest of the sessions with Reiki, I've got the 12 chakra kit of tuning forks, and I utilize the chakra tuning fork based on whatever's going on with the person. But if they're really, really sick, I go to that 528. And that frequency of love, that frequency of the earth essence and the resonance, I don't know, it's pretty powerful medicine. I just have to
It
say.
really is. I have the little one that I just played for us. That was a 528 in a metal. We'll see if we can hear this one. This is a 528 in crystal. I'm going to put it really close and we'll see. Oh, not on the hockey puck. We're going to see if we can get a little bit of this. So,
Oh
anything?
yeah, pull it back a bit, do it again, and just maybe keep it away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it the first time you did it, and it is so clear and crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get a, I need a microphone.
Well, you're going to be doing more podcasts. I suggest you get a microphone. You also have another podcast to listen to that goes into the science on this. So definitely, reach out to Sasha if you want to learn more about this. We've got to go to break again. So feel free to reach out to Sasha on Instagram and her website. Feel free to send me an email at organicallymeta@outlook.com or DM me on Facebook and Instagram. I always love connecting with people from all over the world. I've got a whole soul family over on Instagram. I just resonate so much with them. We're going to take a quick break. And when we return, we will find out in depth the kind of services Sasha offers and how they can help you. We will be right back. Welcome back. Sacha Thoman from Tune Into Flow from Whitby, Ontario, Canada, has been with us chatting up everything energy and vibration and how it can help balance out your poor well-being, that negative stuff, that junk that just sticks and, just pulls us down in the daily. Let's find out more about Sasha's services and how she can help you. So, Sasha, I know you want to show us your favorite tuning forks. So, tell us quickly about those. And then I want to really jump into your services because they sound really cool.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was just going to talk briefly for anybody who's interested in the subject of also sacred geometry. Is two of the tuning forks that I work with are part of the Fibonacci sequence. So, like I talked about, the Schumann forks are really connected to the earth energy. These are connected to all of the sacred geometry that's in our body and also out in our field, that just with stress and everything that's going on, some of it gets like a little bit like broken, right? A little part, and this really comes in and like really repairs that. Again, just in your field, just making your field much more of a calmer place. It's like it's going into your electrical field and fixing anything that's shorted out or frayed. So,
Amazing.
but yes, go
That's
ahead.
amazing. That's amazing. So like you have so many segments of how your business works in regards to the frequencies that you can, send out to the client. I also know you have some very specific kind of sessions. One of them really resonated to me, the halo activation in regards to the third eye and i.e. the pineal gland. So tell me more about how you've kind of, I don't
Yeah.
know, tiered your sessions and yeah, tell us about those.
Okay, yeah, I do have a number of different sessions that I offer, and I just want to encourage anybody who's interested to please just message me on Instagram or through my website. I'm happy to do 15-minute chats with people just so you can get to know me a little bit more and ask me questions. If you have something specific you'd like to work on and to see if that would work for you. So please don't hesitate to reach out. I do all of them. Most of my sessions are in Zoom, so we'll be on the screen together chatting, and you'll be able to really we'll be participating together in the session. So I love that we can do that over Zoom. And yeah, I have a number of different sessions. One that I always start with is a standard session. And that's just, like I said, it's really activating your kind of electrical system in your body. I feel like jump starting a car, kind of jump starting your chakra system and just getting the energy flowing. Then after that, there's a number of different tunings that we can do. One of them that you were really interested in, well, the sundial is great because right now what that does is it's taking the energy from around the field, walking around your body, and bringing everything back into your solar plexus or into solar plexus and central channel. Because right now, everybody, I think, in the collective is a little bit off balance. There's so much information coming at us from so many different places, just so much different levels of stress. So this is a really centering and grounding treatment that really puts you back into the center of your body. So that's lovely. And then there's the pineal gland activation, or that is, yes, the halo activation. So what that is doing is it's based on a way of activating the pineal gland, right? Which is called the halo activation because in all of the religious drawings, right, or spiritual drawings through time, we see this sort of glow of light, right? That's really from the heart to the head. So it's connecting the heart and the mind. And it's our pineal gland should be shining out, right? Like it's our GPS system. So what it's doing right now in a lot of us, it's just not connecting. So this starts to connect I would almost say like the rods of light or beams of light that should be on, right? And strong beaming out from our head and then creating like this glow around us, right? And feeling so we're very connecting again, heart and head. And this is, it's a really amazing practice that can make you feel if you have like brain fog or just even too much going on in your mind. This will really bring a lot of clarity to your head, to kind of your head, and it will start to it starts to light up really activate the pineal gland to start working again. So I don't know if if people can visualize this, but at a lot of the science centers, they have those balls where if you touch them, your hair goes static, and they have all the little fuzzy lightnings inside of them. Well, our pineal gland is like that, and it's trying to find the rods. It's trying to find this signal, the place where it can connect to and start to beam itself out. But it's just kind of wobbling right now. We're really with these tunings trying to get our light steady and strong. So this is a way to do that, and it's great for headaches, brain fog, just not feeling very clear. So and just getting more grounded. So
Sure.
it's really interesting.
Yeah, that one for me, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you for that because it our pineal glands have been quieted down, and it's time for them to be awakened. And it also helps with finding our gifts, our spiritual gifts again, our telepathy, our psychic abilities, dreaming, having vivid, dreamy dreams. Anybody that is
Yeah.
spiritual and connected to their third eye and want to enhance their gifts, I'm just feeling really called to this halo activation, that this will be.
Yeah, it does actually. That's one of the things. You're absolutely right. It does really start to activate all of that and allow that to come forth. So,
Perfect. Do you have any other ones? I can't recall. There's the
yeah, there are. There's one called a seated chair session where somebody you can just sit down, or I could even do it lying down. But what it is, it's a heart and throat, right? So really, really about speaking your truth, right? A lot of times our energy can get stuck up. When you have all that shoulder and back tension, a lot of the times that's just not being able to speak your truth, not be just feeling like shut down all around, right? The shoulders, the back of the neck, that tightness. So this can really help to open up and expand the heart and throat chakra and just start to let that. Yeah, it's so blocked in our culture, right? So being able to say what we want or say what we mean, or just letting our voices flow. So
that sounds like one that everybody needs to have.
it's a great one. And then I do have a few more that are specifically for in person, and they're really with the tuning forks on the body. But there is one more. It's called an adrenal reset. That this is over Zoom as well. So over Zoom is adrenal resets. Right, our adrenals are just pretty stressed out. So it's a way of bringing them back to kind of like what I would call factory settings, like just letting them settle down again and unwind. So just taking a lot of the stress out of your system and giving your adrenal gland some support. And then there are two that are very much in person that are more like almost like a spa treatment. But yeah, so there's a multitude of them that you can do and that can be combined together. So, yeah.
Wow. Wow. You sound like you have such a powerhouse business there of energetic flow and rebalancing and resetting. One last time, how do they reach you? Where are you located? Let's hear it again.
Okay, so I'm in Whitby, Ontario. So I'm on New York time. But yeah, please reach out to me through Instagram. My name is Sasha. So SACHA tune into flow. And then my website is www.tuneintoflow.ca. So at least this is the tune into flow. Find that in Canada. Yeah. But I would love to hear from anybody who's interested, who wants to chat. Send me a message and with your questions. I would love to help anybody out there or give you more information about what we've been chatting about today. It's definitely really it's really changed my life. It's really, really benefited me, and the understanding that of just how the energy moves, right? It's very, very effective, which is what I like about it, right? The tuning forks will find those places on you. The day that I'm working on you, they're going to find what wants the support that day, what wants to be worked on, and then we work on it. And it's a really effective way of sound vibration and frequency healing.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you for teaching us today all about this. I really appreciate it so much. If you want to take the leap that change your life 360, contact me, Tanya, at Organically Meta. I am helping real people find authentic solutions to life's problems and move into being who you truly are. To learn more about my business and services, follow Organically Meta on Facebook and Instagram. You can also reach me directly at organicallymeta.ca and organicallymeta@outlook.com. To start the journey of remembering who you are and creating your best life, I leave you with 3 words to say each week. I love myself. I want to thank you all for tuning in to the Show for the past 6 months. I'm deeply thankful to all the listeners for your presence and time. I also want to give my thanks to Sasha for coming on to the Show to share her business with us. We certainly learned a lot today. It has been a terrific way to wrap up the Show with our last episode. Continue to learn to love yourself, and if you need help with that, reach out to me for an appointment. Make it great, everyone. Much gratitude. You have been listening to the Show with Tanya Butson on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, where Tanya encourages you to experience yourself through love. This new energy allows you to become brave, to take the first step towards healing and thriving. Shift from longing to creating, to discover that there is something better. You will never ever have to settle for being in a state of perpetual darkness again. For more information, visit organicallymeta.ca. Again, organicallymeta.ca.